Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're comparing two fragrances that have oud in them. So on my right, which is going to be your left, I do have Versace's Oud Noir, and on my left, which is going to be your right, is going to be Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Both of these fragrances are very much the same when it comes to smelling like each other. One's going to be a little bit more rough, a little bit more bad boy vibes. The other one's going to be more pent up suit. And just if you're wondering why I'm wearing a turtleneck, that's because someone commented that I look like a sleaze, so I thought I would dial it back and look like a church lady. So for price comparisons, we're going to start off with Oud Wood. You can get this one in multiple different sizes, as small as 0.3 fluid ounces, and that one's going to be a pocket spray or a purse spray, if you will. The price for that one's going to be $70 US. You can also get a 30 ml or 1 ounce bottle for $185 US, or you can get this size, which is 1.7 fluid ounces or 50 mils, and that one's going to run you $295 or a 3.4 or 100 ml bottle for $425. You can get deals on like discounters such as FragranceNet and get a 3.4 ounce bottle for around $251, which is a pretty good savings in costs. They are real, they are not fake. I'm not sponsored. I wish I was, but I'm not. And when we're talking about the Oud Noir by Versace, this one is going to run you $155 for a 3.4 ounce bottle. This is the only size it comes in, by the way. There's also pretty good deals out there, like on FragranceNet for this one, which is going to give you this bottle for 70 bucks. So half the price, essentially. So starting off with their key differences, obviously Oud Wood was launched first in 2007, and then in 2013 we got the fragrance by Versace. This was the pioneer when it comes to Western fragrances or Western brands liking the note of oud. Prior to this, no one even knew what oud was, until Tom Ford decided to slap the name onto the label. If you're into fragrances, then you're probably very much aware of what this fragrance smells like. It is a very refined oud fragrance. It is mainly a cardamom fragrance with sandalwood and amber, but then it's adding those key elements such as the spices and the oud. The oud is not the main player here, although it is the star of the show. It is not going to be the most concentrated note in this fragrance. By the way, for Tom Ford, they don't have a pyramid structure listed on the notes, but this one itself just lists a bunch of different notes such as spices, which could mean absolutely anything, such as saffron. And because of that, I do think that this one does have saffron. I think it also contains other things such as black pepper and frankincense, but it's not listed in there, and it's probably because they're in very small quantities. Then we have Versace's Oud Noir, and this one is going to be very similar because it's also a cardamom fragrance with woody elements to it and ambery touches, although amber is not listed as one of the notes here. And it does add a little bit more of a bad boy vibes to it. That's because it does contain bitter orange. It contains neroli, which is a very odd fragrance for a woody fragrance, essentially, but it adds a very cool element of contrast, a very, sharp touch to it, a little bit of a dirtiness, if you will. I mean, I don't know if you want to smell dirty, but I mean like in a bad boy type of vibe way. This is going to be essentially the guy that wears that leather coat and rides a motorcycle. And this one's going to be the guy that wears the suit and the tie and has a very boring life. But they're both very nice fragrances, and I would certainly say that they're both very similar. I would certainly say if you can get this one, smell it first, because it is timeless, it is classic, it is able to be worn to multiple different types of scenarios, and it is a very likable fragrance. It is a crowd-pleasing fragrance as well. And the Versace one is very much similar. However, this one, it might have a little bit of those raw elements that people don't like so much, but I would say that they smell very similar, almost identical, except I prefer this one here because it's cheaper. You can wear it, you can actually enjoy it, versus with the Tom Ford, with it being so expensive. You spray one spray, it disappears after an hour, and you don't end up enjoying your fragrance because you're scared to spray the fragrance, essentially. Let me know down in the comments what your guys' thoughts are on both of these fragrances. Do you like one over the other? Which one do you like most? Let me know all of that down in the comments. And also make sure to give the video a thumbs up or subscribe for more fragrance related content. And if you didn't like the review, my name is James Charles. And if you liked the review, my name is Chris. See you next time. Bye.